So we're going to start with what's in the bag. This bag contains everything I bought at the Amherst train show. And tell you the truth, I spent way more money than I should have. But I did have a bunch of stuff on my list, and I did get that. So let's take a look in the bag and see what I got. So every year I like to pick up a t-shirt, and this year I saw this t-shirt and I figured I would get this. I like the looks of this t-shirt. And eventually, one of these days, I will go and ride an Alaskan train. It's on my bucket list. Next thing on the list was these to pick up because I used up all of my .05 doing my Christmas tree. So I stopped over at Dorvin and picked up 2 packages of fiber optic. Then I went to Scenic Express. I wanted to see what their leaves look like. So I got these super leaves from their scale leaves. So this one's green, and I picked up this green, which they call a sage green. And then I got this yellow, and then this yellow. And then I got this red. And I picked up this brown. Don't see brown too often, but I got this brown, and I also got this real light tan brown. So I want to up my tree game, and I'm going to try those leaves and see how they come out and go from there. Now, next thing on my list was some switches, some rights and some lefts. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 switches. So I'm working on, or I've been looking at my city town area where the tracks are going to go to certain buildings and trying to make it a little bit more interesting. So I figured I'd get a couple more switches and see if I can't add to that. Now let's see. While I was walking around, I saw a place and I picked up these machine squares. You can always use squares. And then a lot of my time was spent at Walters. So one vendor had these power packs. So I picked up 2 power packs. I can always use another one. It's nice to have a spare power pack so I can test my buildings before I put them on the layout, make sure all the lights are working the way I wanted to. And then I picked up some light poles. Let's see, what else is in the bag? Bear with me a minute. This is a big bag. It's very full. So I gotta dig through here and see what I want to pull out next. I also got some lights. There's a gooseneck and there's an entry. And I'm sure there's more of those in here somewhere. And then I got some nano lights, warm white. And I got some warm white stick-on. Another package of light, but these are light poles, street lights, as opposed to the other ones. No, I think these are the same. Okay, street light, pole light. Yep, so I guess that's what I got. I got 1 pole light and I got 2 street lights. And then, of course, wrecker, car broken down. I'll use that. What else do I got in here? Forklift, can always use that. Some more gooseneck lights. So that's 2 gooseneck lights. and a fancy fin, just plug and play so the headlights, taillights light up. We'll put that on the layout somewhere. Got some barnyard animals for the barn scene I got, so we can use those. And I picked up some track bumpers. I don't mind making my own, but what the heck. I'll get these, see if I can use them. And then over, I'm trying to think of where I was. No, I don't remember, but I picked up the Micro Trains 10-pack. Always using these trucks. Oh yeah. Picked up this, which is a drill case full of little drills. My father used to have one of these. When I saw it, it brought me back to my childhood days, so I figured I'd get one. But can always use more drills. Always breaking drills. Went and saw the sign guy, and I picked up some handicap sticker signs. What were these? These were do not pass signs. And these are turn signs. So I'll build my posts for those. Well, I was at another 3D vendor. I saw these Jersey barriers. So I picked up 2 packs of those. I got a construction scene, and you never know where else you might use those. On my list was to go to Mud Creek Modelers, and I got myself 2 bags of detail parts. And I mean, you got everything in here. And these, what he does is he gives you the bag, and he's got bins, and he lets you go through it and pick out the stuff you want and fill the bag for so much. So as you can see, there is just a plethora of stuff here. Let's see, can we get this to focus a little bit? I guess it doesn't like to focus that close. So there we go. And let's see if we do this. So yeah, you can see all the little vent stacks and hoppers and pallets and cranes and tires. And I got 2 bags of those. And I mean, I stuffed, you can see this. I stuffed that bag full. I got 2 of those. So I was gonna want those. I knew I was gonna need them. I always like detail parts. You can always use detail parts. Another thing on my list was to get some switchers. So I bought these from 2 different vendors. They're Atlas Alco S4 locomotive. This one's Boston and Maine. If I can open it for you. Show you this side. So that's the Boston and Maine Alco switcher. And then the other one is a Lehigh in New England. So there we go. There we go. Lehigh in New England. So another switcher. So now I got all the switchers I need. And that'll keep me busy using those. So I got to put them on the track and program them. The other thing what else was on my list? I think that was it that was on my list. Then I went off of my list. And I bought 2 coal hoppers, Micro Trains, That's a chassis with coal load. So I got, get off of there, 2 of those to add to the coal train, the micro trains, 100-ton 3-bay offset hopper. So yeah, I got 2 of them. And then I picked up 2 of these, which are the Pennsylvania 100-ton topper, 3 offset bay. Come on. So yeah, you can see. So I got those. I'll add them to the coal train, and I think the coal train will be pretty much set. And then the next thing I was on the lookout for was the Micro Mouse box cars, and I found this one. I love to work with models. Happy Valentine's Day. Let's see if we can't get that out of there. So happy Valentine's Day. And then this one, which was Independence Day. So those weren't on the list, but I liked them and I got them. And then the other thing was, on my coal loading facility and my power plant, I modeled it like the clinch field. And what I would like to do is put lights above the tracks to say whether the track is loaded with cars or empty. So I came across this gentleman here, Logic Rail Technologies, and I got this block detector. So this is set up for a 12-volt light. He didn't have any lights or the light head that would work for what I wanted to do, because I want to put the lights on the building. So I got that, and I got the power pack to go with it. And then I had to run back and get some lights. So I got some red nano, and I got some green nano. So I'm going to try and set that up so that I have lights on both buildings saying whether the track is loaded or empty. So when I operate, I know where to put the train. And basically, that's everything I got. I did end up with a bunch of stickers and business cards. So the sign guy. Oh, wait a minute. I think there's one more. One more. I see one more bag over here. Oh, yes. Tennessee Valley Custom Models. He had some N-scale signs as well. So I picked up some of those, and I picked up a couple of those. So yeah, that was the end of it, and that wasn't on the list either. So, and then the sign guy's card, Mud Creek Models, that's where I got all those detail parts. Of course, Otter Valley. Let's see what else is in here. More Otter Valley, more Otter Valley, more Otter Valley, and then Trackside Mike, 2 of his stickers. New Haven Rails, his sticker. Go Via or Go Home, his sticker. Ron, Southwest Railroad, his sticker, and his card. I like these guys. This card here. They do some nice models, and you can easily kit bash their models. Matter of fact, they kind of design them to be kit bashed. So they were a nice place to go and look at. And then the Atella. This is Steve's sticker. And that was about it. I mean, I had a good time. I spent way too much money. But I save up my money. What I do is I save up $35 a week. And then when it comes time, I got some money to go and spend. So that's what I do. And this was all that came from. And then the last thing I got was the bag. I guess they're back on track. They're redoing their business. I guess they had to sell. The owner wanted to sell or whatnot. So it's been taken over and they're coming back. So I got the bag for entering a contest. And this all came from the Amherst Railroad Hobby Show. And that's my haul from Amherst. So for Christmas, I got a $250 gift certificate to Midwest Model Railroaders, and I have a box. And this is what I got in the box. So I bought some brake wheels and some other brake wheels. Some of my models need some of the brake wheels, so I got those. I got some more trucks. Always using trucks. Got a lot of models that need to be changed out. I bought some paints. I got this Tamiya 6, which is a copper, and I got this XF24, which is a clear yellow. The clear yellow I'm going to try and paint some acetate and put it underneath the coal loader, so I'll get a yellow light coming out of the coal loader onto the rail cars. And then the other thing I went and bought was more ore cars, or small hoppers. I used them in my coal train. I also bought these Athearn coal cars. I was hoping they would be bigger than what they were. They're only 40 footers. I should have realized that 40 footers weren't enough. So I got 4 of those. And I'll still use them because I'm still going to have people coming on and off of the layout getting coal as well. So I might even switch out some of the smaller ones for some of these bigger ones. I got to see how long of a train I can make. But that's what I got with my gift certificate. So I had a good Christmas and a good Amherst.